Hi, my name is Beth, and welcome to 12 Days of Christmas. Welcome to I think this is day 11, but correct me if I'm wrong. I wanted to keep things nice and cozy for Christmas Eve, and I hope that you guys are having the coziest Christmas and are filled with warmth and love by your friends and family. I thought we could round this 12 Days of Christmas out. Thought that I could share my extensive and controversial and personal opinions on some Christmas films. Now, I made this nifty little chart, and I have ranked my favorite Christmas movies by tiers. Now we are going to get to the very bottom of it, and each tier has a different meaning, so let's get into it. Okay, so I have my Christmas tree here, and each level of the Christmas tree is going to be a different ranking system. So we have the trunk, which will be revealed toward the end. So first branch on our tree. These are going to be films that I watch probably once a season or once a Christmas season. They're sentimental to me and they get me in the Christmassy spirit. As in, I think of like friends, family, I'm just having a good time. I can put it on in the background and I can also rewatch it every single year. So let's get into it. Hey, let's begin. So first up we have The Holiday. That is a cozy Christmas classic. You know, you have the British, the LA, they flip, they love it, the cozy cottage, it's snowing, there's love, there's family, and every time at the end of the movie, I just feel so light and joyous. And I'm like, is life worth living? Are things actually fun in life? I love that movie. Second up, we have any stop motion. And what I mean by that are the movies that were made in the 70s, like A Year Without Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I want to say Frosty the Snowman is in there as well. That cool little stop motion animatronic type feel. We love, what is it, Snow Miser and Heat Miser. Your na 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 na. I love it. I think that they're so classic and they immediately made me think like, oh my goodness, watching this in my PJs with my family. I love it. All right, next up we have Elf. Now that one's going to be a little bit, I hope that you guys can read these, by the way. That one's going to be a little bit controversial because that tends to be more towards like the top of people's Christmas lists. But for me, I think Elf is a classic, it's good, but I have seen it so many times that I prefer it as a background film. All right, next we have Klaus. Now Klaus, I think came out just a few years ago. I want to say maybe around COVID or after COVID. It's an animation and is one of those that surprised me. It is about this very privileged kid and he gets sent to work a male position in the most like remote place in the world. Such wholesomeness, and it is about them turning the town around and becoming more loving and more caring and more neighborly. And it's one of those films again that at the end I just feel like a glowing in my chest and the feeling of, oh wait, this Christmassy season actually means so much more than gifts and parties and everything such as that. So that's my bottom tier list, and just as a review, that's The Holiday, any stop motion from the 70s, Elf, and Klaus. At least I think that's how you say it, Klaus. Alrighty, this second tier or third tier, however you want to count it, second up tier, these are movies that are considered my classics, that I have to see them every season to say, yes, Christmas occurred. So these are the ones that make me feel really good and that I may watch once or twice. I will watch them by myself and then I'll watch them with friends and family or my husband. One of these is actually my husband's favorite. All right, let's begin. So this one came out on Netflix a few years ago and became an instant classic in my book, and that is Love Hard. Now, if you don't know about this film, it is basically a catfish relationship gone right, I suppose. A girl meets a guy, she's catfished, she flies out there for Christmas. That was dumb, but it ends up being the cutest little Christmas story ever. It's just really funny, it's cute. They sing a little bit, and I just really enjoy it. Second up is Christmas with the Cranks. Now, this movie is actually new to me. I saw it for the first time last year, and I immediately fell in love with it. It is one where basically this family is so Christmassy, they donate, they party, they buy gifts, they do everything. But their daughter, their only child, is gone for Christmas. And they are like, oh wow, we can save so much money if we don't buy all the gifts, do all the things, and use that money to go on a cruise. So they don't do Christmas. Well, last minute shenanigans occur, Christmas must occur, and they are just running around town. All these people that they have now not invited to parties and now not donated to, they're asking for their help as their daughter returns home. And it is just one of those films that remind me why Christmas is so fun. And it is because getting together with people, and it is because buying those gifts, and it is because being intentional and having intentional time and fun traditions means so much more than people think. And so it is just such a cozy film to me. And there's a few subplots that I think I haven't quite gotten to the rhythms of because it's a new classic for me, but I watched this movie, I think I've already seen it 3 times this year. And last one on this branch is Four Christmases. I've seen it twice this year. Perfect background movie for me as well, or a full focus movie. So this couple, they pretend to go on these big mission trips or like volunteer trips every Christmas so they don't have to spend it with their family because their family can be a lot. Well, this year things happen and they have to spend it with their 4 families, and it's just so funny and like it's such classic like Christmas shenanigans. So to review this tier, we have Love Hard on Netflix, Christmas with the Cranks, and Four Christmases. Okay, now we're moving on to the very important stuff. Anywhere here up is stuff that I do not play about. And you can share your opinions in the comments, but I will delete them. What if I just delete the comment? I'll delete the comment if there's any criticism on any of these above films. So let us begin. Again, these are the ones that are very special to me. Love them, they're just not quite here. So let's get into it. Okay, first one. Any guesses besides the Polar Express?
Christmas Carol.
Oh, actually, yeah. The Muppet Christmas Carol. This is, again, it fell into my lap, I want to say about 4 years ago. I had never seen it, did not watch it growing up. We watched the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol. A little bit intense, animation / like real human stuff. It was creepy. It was creepy, but I watched the Muppet Christmas Carol, again, like I said, 4 years ago. I remember I was in college. I rewatched it twice in the same night because I enjoyed it that much. It was so fun, and it is how Christmas Carol is supposed to be like watched. Does that make sense? It has the intensity of the story and gets down to the nitty-gritty of the meaning, but then cheeses for the Mises or whatever they say. That's so funny. And they sing, and the guy who plays Scrooge is an actual serious actor, and everyone else is a Muppet. And I think that that is the ideal way to communicate that story, and I just love it. Moving on to this one. This one causes a lot of arguments between me and my friends. This one makes me feel like I have learned... This one makes me feel like I'm setting us back as a society. This being my favorite, one of my favorites, actually hurts my heart. But I watch it several times a year, and the moment November hits, this is the one on my TV. And again, I really don't want to hear anything in the comments. That's going to be Love Actually. Now, why it's so controversial? The movie kind of sucks. Everyone is unhappy. Everyone is really British. There's so many stereotypes, miscommunications. It's so dated, so dry, so British, and it's about all of these people, and you're learning all their lives. And I think that I'm one of those people where I just love knowing all these different stories about different people. Sometimes the movie makes me go, forgot that was in here. I think that I have a romanticized version of it in my head as well, and every year I watch it with someone new. That's just how it's always ended up, and every year I have to say, oh, forgot about that. And then I'm like, but, and I'm not justifying the actions. I'm just justifying why I like it. You know what I mean? But I think ultimately, I watched it late teens by myself, and I just loved all the different stories. I loved that they didn't connect. I loved that love can show up in so many different ways. Siblings, romantic, familial, and then like duty being tied in there with love. We have a little bit of that in there. Just, young crushes, old love, forbidden love. It literally hits every trope that I just love it. Okay, a quick review of the second. That's gonna be The Muppet Christmas Carol and Love Actually. Top green square. I think if you asked any of my friends what is Beth's favorite Christmas movie, this is going to be their answer. But I have a second secret answer that most people don't know about because of the way that I watch this. So like I said, these I watch once a season, just as a little recap. These I'll watch once or twice a season, usually by myself and then with friends and family. These I'm gonna watch several times as soon as November hits, this is on. This one, however, is my movie, I would say. It's like my season movie. And that is going to be How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, Jim Carrey's version, of course, but I actually love all of them. And I watch all the Grinch movies every single year. I love the Grinch. I love everything about it. Everything he says, everything it stands for. He's green. Hello. His heart grows. Hello. We learned that the biggest gift is not gifts, but each other. It's fantastic. Fantastic. I love that film with my whole entire heart. I love the comedy. Everyone knows I love the Grinch. I have a Grinch sweater. My husband is the Grinch. That's why his little stocking is the Grinch. I couldn't adore it more, but it's not the star of the show for me. I really could talk about this movie. That could be its own video. So we're just not even gonna get into that. Now, I'm going to reveal what the trunk is. I also didn't say at the beginning what the trunk even represents. This, let me scooch in for this one. When you are decorating a tree, do you even think about the trunk? I didn't think so. Most people, you have an artificial Christmas tree these days, and they don't even have a trunk on the tree because that's how useless it is in today's times. Or if you have a real tree, it's nothing but a nuisance. There's bugs in it, you have to water it. It may be the root, but it is to be seen and not heard. Seen and not heard. Seen and not heard. I do not like this Christmas movie. If you put it on, I'm gonna get mad. If we talk about it for too long, I'm gonna get mad. And Ashley, if you're watching this, you could probably predicted what this movie was the moment you saw this tree. I hate this movie. I only sat down and watched it once as an adult, and that was because my friend Ashley, unfortunately, thinks that this is a good movie. So we sat down with our matching pajamas and watched this stupid film. One more hint. When we were in school and we pulled up on the last day of school before Christmas, everyone had to sit and watch this stupid movie. I think the acting is great. That's fantastic. It's scary. That movie is, and drum roll please, The Polar Express. Ooh. That movie, put it in a box, send it down the river. I don't like it. And I'm gonna stop talking about it now. All right, now everyone reset. Everyone reset. We're happy again. We're cozy by the fire. Georgia Kate made this blanket. I'm in my nutcracker sweater. Everyone's happy again. I really have to resettle into who I am. Okay. A review. All my good movies. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, The Grinch Stole Christmas, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. I will say, this movie, I don't think people know that this is my favorite because I don't watch it leading up to Christmas. I always watch it after Christmas because the way that the film is, it makes more sense to watch it kind of after Christmas as somewhat of like a documentary of what occurred on the day of Christmas. And this film, the characters are so unique. I think the animation style is something I really enjoy. I like the story, and the story is, drum roll, bum 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 bum, Arthur Christmas. Now, most people, oh, thank you. Arthur Christmas, everyone, Arthur Christmas. Now, many people that I've spoken to actually have never seen Arthur Christmas. Raise your hand if you've seen it. Okay. Yeah, most people have not seen Arthur Christmas. It is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. You have 3 generations of Santa attempting to make Christmas perfect because that is their whole life's mission. It's family oriented, it is cute, it's a little bit sad, there's a little bit of funny, but I think it makes me feel sentimental because you're looking at old Santa, modern Santa, and the future of Santa and how it can go in a few different directions. Now, I just talked about how I think one of my favorite parts of Christmas films is reminding you that the gifts aren't the thing of Christmas, but something about Arthur Christmas focuses on gifts, but is more about the joy and love and passion that you can have for your life. And Arthur Christmas, is someone that I aspire to be, and people doubted him so much so that he doubted himself, but he never let that take away his spark and his passion and his love. And I just think that is so beautiful. And it's such a good lesson. And the events of the story happen on Christmas. So when I watch it on the 26th, I'm kind of seeing what happened on Christmas. But then I think it is such a good setup to the rest of the year because Arthur reminds me of what I want to be, as I mentioned. And so that is why it is the perfect Christmas film and the absolute star of the show. So congratulations, Arthur Christmas. You are my favorite Christmas movie. But if you're ever talking to me, I will say probably that this amount is my favorite Christmas movie. Definitely this one. I mean, I watched How the Grinch Stole Christmas a bajillion times. These are my favorites. These are my loves. This is my hate. Hate. Loathe entirely. Anyways, that is my Christmas tree of movies, I guess. I just wanted to get my opinion out there. I wanted a little bit of a longer video. I know I've been a little bit busy running around with my friends and family. I loved it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching. Okay, I want to thank you so very much for watching these videos. I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed them. I know I thoroughly enjoyed recording, putting them together, and just having it be a part of my Christmas season this year. I think it was very uplifting and very fun for me and allowed me to see kind of the spark and joy of Christmas moments that I think I would have let pass me by. And then in a similar light, it allowed me to see what is so easy to capture and then see what is not so easy to capture and kind of fall in love with that a little bit more. So I'm really happy that we did this. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that you were able to watch at least a few videos. And as I said, I'm hoping that every video increases your holiday spirit by at least 1%. So hopefully we got up a few percents if you watched a few of these videos. Thank you so very much. I hope that you have the most wonderful Christmas. And as of now, I'm going to wish you a very Merry Christmas Eve. I love you very much. Thank you for watching these videos. And I hope to be back in the new year with some really fun stuff. Okay, bye. Live music. Chestnuts roasting by an open fire.
What do I do?
Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Debut.
Time to get into some controversial stuff.